Everyone who has seen this seed has died, but I swallowed it in my stomach. It took 18 full years of pregnancy, just because my father told me before he died. Waiting for the seeds to germinate in the body could make me reborn. But before the seeds germinate, I can't speak. Once spoken, it will cause the thunder to descend into anger. For 18 years, everyone thought I was mute. And tomorrow is the last day. But on this day, my fiancé Zhang Luoxi picked up a big knife. Put it on your neck. I would rather die. Nor will I marry Chen Chen. His father also had a headache over this. Look at me unconsciously. A boy with excellent appearance. It's a pity that he is mute. Still a waste without spiritual roots. And his daughter. He is an astonishing genius with 6 great spiritual roots. Has been accepted as a true disciple by the elders Wanzong of the Qing dynasty. Not from the same world at all. My husband is really not good enough. Let Ruxu marry Woshi instead. As soon as this statement came out, everyone in the Zhang family looked at Zhang Ruxu, a girl in green clothes, graceful figure. She is much prettier than her sister Zhang Luoxi. It's a pity that she was born to a concubine. His status in the Zhang family is far inferior to that of Zhang Luoxi. Dad, I still want to stay by your side and serve you. Please don't marry me off. Girl biting red lips. Helpless plea. Zhang Zhengya gritted his teeth. Bend your knees. Do you want me to kneel down and beg you? Don't do this. Is it okay if I marry me? The moment I agreed, his eyes were filled with grievances. Zhang Zhengyang stood up straight. Lin Chen smiled with relief. What do you think? I sit calmly in the corner, sipping tea slowly. The Zhang family has no intention of marrying Zhang Luoxi to me, but it was already planned to make Zhang Ruxu the victim. I picked up the pen and paper I brought with me. Write a note. Uncle, there is no need to be in trouble like snow. Zhang Mansion took care of me for 10 years. The engagement is broken today. I had planned to break off the engagement from 10 years ago. My father saved the old man of the Zhang family. I will stay in Jiangxi Mansion. My father passed away 3 years ago. Everyone in the Zhang family gradually distanced themselves from me. It's time for me to go now. Zhang Zhengyang read the note, secretly excited. He wanted to drive me away a long time ago. But Liu Yingshuang wanted me to stay with great righteousness. Of course, I guessed what he was thinking. He wants to bulldoze his daughter. Threatening to marry me would ruin her life's happiness. I said nothing. Looking at Zhang Ruxu, who is crying silently, a sigh of helplessness. I know that even if I save her today, but it may only get worse in the future. Zhang Ruxu is the only person who treats me kindly. The year my father died, am too sad. Serious illness. The Zhang family turned a blind eye. It was Zhang Ruxu who took good care of me. I really can't bear it. Had no choice but to agree. Only then did Liu Yingshuang smile. She can't wait for us to get married. Zhang Ruxu wiped her tears. Come to me with red and swollen eyes. Come with me. It just so happens that I also have something to say to you. I followed Zhang Ruxu to her boudoir. Her boudoir is very simple. Zhang Ruxu walked to the dressing table. Open the dressing mirror drawer. Take out a small pocket from the corner. There are small and large pieces of silver inside. The little mute shouldn't have agreed. They don't really want you to marry me. I just don't want to get a reputation as ungrateful. Wait until my sister enters Qingshuan sect. They will treat you harshly. I tried my best to drive you away. Leave Zhang Mansion with this money. I don't want you to live like me. I wrote a note. You are my home here. No matter how bad they treat me, I can't leave either. Talking and talking. The voice was filled with tears. A drop of crystal is swirling in the eye sockets. I stepped forward, touched his head. It's time to call me husband from now on. Zhang Ruxu suddenly raised her head. A pair of snowy eyes widened. You spoke. You are not dumb. Did I say I was mute? You've been lying. Why are you pretending to be dumb? I put my hands behind my back, silently looking out the window. At this time, there were two thunders in the clear sky, one after another. The whole Zhang family was so frightened that they all went out to take a look. Zhang Ruxu was also frightened by the sudden thunder. I looked solemn, without saying a word. Just now I spoke and leaked my breath. This caused the wrath of thunder. Zhang Ruxu sees me. There is a hint of sadness in his expression. Okay. I won't ask any more. Pack your things and leave quickly. If Liu Yingshuang knew that you had been pretending to be muted, I'm going to be suspicious again. If I don't leave, I will stay and marry you. Protect you from now on. Stop talking nonsense. Your spiritual roots are not as good as mine. I smiled but said nothing. Just watch her quietly, not wavering at all. Zhang Ruxu looked at me with calm and firm eyes. A warm current surges into my heart. She hesitated for a moment, put the money bag into my hand again, cheeks with a hint of blush. Take it and think of it as a betrothal gift for marrying me. There is an indescribable emotion in my heart. Never thought that one day there will be a girl with her life savings. Let me marry her as a betrothal gift. She reached out and gently arranged my clothes. What are you doing standing there? Uncle Lin lived in poverty all his life. I didn't leave you any gold or silver. I hope these savings can help you. I can't hold it back anymore. Hold her slender waist. Hold her in your arms. Ruxu blushed with embarrassment. The body is stiff and motionless. Just let me hug you like this. It took her a long time to react. Panic, break free from me. I went to measure clothes, looking at her back as if she was running away. I put the money bag back on the table. We'll be like snow. I will marry you gloriously. At the same time, inside Liu Yingshuang's bedroom. Aunt, how can you redeem your cousin? Marry this loser in the morning. Please take back your life. Cousin, marry me. Liu Zhang is Liu Yingshuang's nephew, genius with third-level spiritual roots. Liu Yingshuang has known him since she was a child, received from Jiangfu for cultivation. He is also very successful. At only 20 years old, he has achieved the 5th level of Qi training. Let Liu Yingshuang show up in front of her family. He grew a face very hard. The only thing that gives Liu Yingshuang a headache is Liu Zheng likes Zhang Ruxu very much. Other aspects of Zhenger and can accommodate you. Only this thing. No nonsense allowed. But looking at the sad and angry look on Liu Zheng's face, he is soft-hearted after all. Meaningful. What do you think? In case of accidental death in the early morning, I understand. Thank you, Aunt. My nephew is going to help arrange the wedding. Let them get married as soon as possible. But just went out. The smile on her face gradually faded away, showing a trace of ruthlessness. In the early morning, in a simple room in the west courtyard of Jiangfu, I walk back and forth. I've been waiting for this day for 18 years. I thought I was very determined, be able to calmly welcome seeds to sprout when this day comes, but stayed up all night, feeling uneasy. Just then, a dazzling light penetrates the clouds, shot into the house. Almost at the same moment, the hard shell of the seed inside me cracked. I quickly sat cross-legged. Hold your breath and concentrate. I saw a bud break out of the stone sea. Its appearance seems to have alarmed some kind of supreme being. Down came down a series of thunders that destroyed the heavens and the earth, trying to push it back into the ground. But the buds slowly opened, absorb all the incoming thunder in an understatement. I watched helplessly as that seed swallowed the sky. Feed on thunder, growing into a giant tree with no end in sight. Thunder knows it is powerless to stop. Gradually stop. This Texu ancient tree is scattered with greenery. Spotlight blends into my body. A spiritual root was born in Matarata. I have spiritual roots. The transformation that I've been waiting for 18 years is finally here. It took me a long time to calm down, look carefully at this spiritual root, but couldn't help but be stunned. Transparent color. My spiritual roots are actually transparent. No color. Zhang Luoxi's spiritual root is blue. Represents the most legendary figure in the 6th rank. The tall ones are white spiritual roots. Represents the 9th grade. But I've never heard of transparent spiritual roots. Looks like I need to go to the testing tower to confirm. Just then, I suddenly discovered, on the leafy Texu sacred tree, hanging with huge transparent fruits, in the lowest hanging fruit, there is actually a secret book of skills sealed. Advanced mental methods to find the dragon mirror. I was surprised. As a veteran force in Luxian City, the Zhang family, Jin Clan's Kung Fu is nothing more than an astragalus medium sword technique. I tried to jump up and pick the fruit, but there was an invisible force that pushed me back to the ground. A piece of information comes to mind. The bottom fruits can only be picked when they are exhausted. Then the dark world in front of me gradually dissipated. Returned to that humble room. I didn't delay at all. Left Jiangxi Mansion. Arrive at the testing tower. It's too early. The detection tower is not open yet. There are many young people waiting in front of the tower who are ready to take the test. Girl, Jane's retested today. Don't be nervous. The tower owner said you were nervous last time, causing test results to be lower than normal. Lu Zheng nodded heavily. The Zhang family has limited resources. Most of them were supplied to Zhang Luoxi. The rest is distributed according to talent. He is inferior to others. The resources you enjoy are quite different. So this retest, he must measure the true level. If you detect the 3rd grade superior, my aunt tried her best to persuade the Zhang family members. It'll make an exception and let you practice Jiangsong's swordsmanship. The journey is exciting. Jiang's swordsmanship. Yellow level medium skill. Liu Xiancheng's top-ranked powerful exercises. Only the core members of the Zhang family can contact. I have been watching people's faces in the Zhang family for 10 years. Finally, I can touch the core things. In addition to excitement, he caught a glimpse of a familiar figure out of the corner of his eye. Can't help but be surprised. What are you doing here this morning? I calmly wrote a note. Like you. Before the strength reaches a certain level, I still plan to continue pretending to be dumb, to avoid suspicion. Lu Zheng shook his head, eyes full of contempt. Before that, I've tested it many times. The result every time is that there is no spiritual root. He patted my shoulder. Spiritual roots are something we are born with. If there is, there will be no. What's wrong with living your life as a mortal? Why pursue what you can't get? The door opened at this time. A lazy old man walked out of it. Old rules. Those with excellent testing qualifications will receive exercise rewards. Everyone looked indifferent. Within decades, only Zhang Ruoxi got the reward. The tower master gave an order. Everyone enters the testing room at the same time. After closing the stone door, I looked at a suspended crystal ruler in the center of the secret room. I take a deep breath. Come to the crystal ruler. Put your palms up. The next moment, the crystal ruler trembled slightly. A ripple rises from the bottom. Rise to the red scale. Then rise to the orange scale without stopping. My hanging heart is slightly relieved. Soon the ripples rushed to the yellow scale and hit the green scale with rapid momentum. Then he rushed directly to the top black scale. My heart is in my throat. Can't help but feel dry mouth. 8 products have broken the highest record in Pop City, but the testing is not over yet. The ripples rise to the highest level with the last breath. White. My pupils shrink hugely, eyes filled with uncontrollable ecstasy. 9th grade spiritual roots, legendary level. However, the ripples have not stopped yet. There is a large blank space at the end of the crystal ruler. without any scale. The ripples are still rising. The last push came out of the scale. Fly out of the secret room. Am confused. What kind of spiritual root is this? Almost at the moment when the ripples burst out, Lu Zheng next door is looking at his crystal ruler. The ripple is finally fixed at the 3rd fret, the critical point between average and superior. His face is ashen. Come on, you bastard. Lu Zhen pounded the crystal pool hard, roaring angrily. He thought the 3rd grade was superior. 100% sure. The result was just a hair's breadth away. Just then, the ripples from my chamber passed through his chamber. The powerful impact affected Lu Zhen. The ripples in the crystal pool rose again instantly, fixed in the white scale. The master of the tower is lying on a bamboo and rattan chair, holding pen in one hand, holding the register in one hand. In Lu Zhengsong's secret room, a white light shot out from the crack in the door. The tower master rubbed his eyes, confused. Clang! He stood up suddenly. The leaked breath shook the wicker chair several feet away, an old face full of incomparable shocks. The 9th grade spiritual root appears. The voice fell. The entire inspection tower, illuminated by this white light, is completely white, turned into a beam of light, and soared into the sky, pierced the clouds in the sky. Zhang Luoxi finished meditating, surrounded by spiritual energy, eyes bright and clear. Zhang Zhengya on the side was full of pride. Luoxi, you have broken through the 9th level of qi refining. Such age. This is unprecedented in our Guzhou city. After all, it is a 6th grade spiritual root. It's not surprising that you can practice so quickly. Wait until I go to Qingyan sect. Obtain a level medium, or even high mental method. Practice will be faster. Modi glanced at a white beam of light from the corner of his eyes. Can't help but be surprised. Dad, what is this? It appeared in the detection tower. Could it be that there is a peerless spiritual root appearing in this world? I heard you say that too. Bian City next door many years ago. A peerless genius with an 8th grade spiritual root appears. When detecting spiritual roots, a black beam of light shot into the sky, same as before. Zhang Luoxi looked at the light beam in disbelief. Unknowingly, I bit my red lips tightly. As arrogant as he is, unacceptable. There is actually someone in Guzhou City whose spiritual roots far exceed mine. Look at the light gradually fading away. He bit his teeth. Throw away the sword. Rush to the detection tower. I want to see who he is. Zhang Zhengya was worried about his impulsiveness, also very curious. He quickened his pace and chased after her. The entire Guzhou city was shaken by the reality of the white beams. Make a pot of porridge. Countless dancers. Crazy rush to the detection tower. Witness a wonder that has been seen for hundreds of years. Some of them even haven't shown up for years. The old patriarch, who was rumored to be dead, also came out. Everyone is scrambling to see the true appearance of this evil Han Dynasty monster. The dancers on the side rushed out of the door, one after another, arriving at Lu Zheng's stone gate, shocked beyond measure. Myth? I witnessed the myth. One can actually see the legendary 9th grade spiritual roots in my lifetime. Did he say that the 9th grade must be the strongest? Nonsense. The 9th grade is, of course, the strongest. According to legend, there is a kind of spiritual root that transcends the 9th level. His name is Wuji's spiritual root. Legend has it that he is invisible. It's transparent, more than 10 times and 100 times stronger than the 9th grade. This kind of spiritual root only exists in mythology. Reality doesn't exist at all. Am in the secret room next door. Naturally, I also noticed this movement. No way, Lu Zheng has 9th grade spiritual roots. Am surprised. If he has such talent, why did you eat Jiang Jia's resources for 10 years? Not as good as Zhang Ruoxi's 6th grade. Well, thinking. My crystal ruler reacted again. A ball of blue light flew out of the ruler. Fall in front of me. The glory dissipates. There are actually two techniques. A level advanced mental method called King Feng Zhenjing. Another level advanced technique called 7-star sword techniques. I'm shocked. But no matter what the reason, with 2 exercises and this transparent spirit, I will make rapid progress in the shortest possible time. Guess the skills well. Open the stone gate. The huge sound of opening the door attracted the attention of countless onlookers. It turns out to be Lin Chen. Scared me. I thought it was Lu Zheng who came out. The test this morning seems to indicate that there is no spiritual root again. I frowned, but think about it carefully. Why secretly practice 2 level advanced exercises? Silently improving strength is the way to go. I'm helpless now. Let people know the basics. On the contrary, it is easy to cause big trouble. So I responded calmly, laughing in the early morning. You are in this too. What's going on? Zhang Luoxi and Zhang Zhengya rushed over. I look calm. Write a note. Lu Zheng detected the 9th grade spiritual root. Impossible. He is so strong that he cannot bear the blow. Shed tears. I sighed silently. I wrote a comforting word casually. Practice with peace of mind. Waiting for the future. Zhang Luoxi took a look, but he felt that I was making fun of him. You're happy to see me cry, right? I'm speechless. Why are you mourning me when you're angry? At this time, the tower master, who also noticed Zhang Zhengya's arrival, ran over quickly, a very friendly smile on his face. Brother, congratulations! Zhang Zhengyang was flattered. Then the strongest man in Huzhou City, City Lord Yi Jifeng, also came with fists in hand. Lord Zhang, congratulations! A real dragon appears in Jiangxi Mansion. Looking at Yi Jifeng's barely smiling face, Zhang Zhengyang felt even more like he was dreaming. Once upon a time, he visited Yi Jifeng with great courtesy, but was rejected. Now the other party is taking the initiative to show kindness. A reclusive old monster. They also came forward to chat cordially. Zhang Zhengyang was in a daze for a long time. Just calmed down. He understood that this was all Lu Zheng's. He understood that this was all due to illusion. Liu Yingshuang came over with a proud look on her face. Husband, I tried my best to resist everyone's opinions. When Jiner was brought to the Zheng family for cultivation, what did you say? Zhang Zhengyang's face was full of shame. At first, he strongly opposed, because Liu Yingshuang forced her to die. Only reluctantly agreed. I'm blind, thanks to the lucky star madam. That's why our Zhang family clings to Zhenger, this future peerless power. Liu Yingshuang's face is radiant. The highly anticipated soon. Lu Zheng finally opened the stone gate, walked out with confidence. He came to Zhang Zhengya, kneeled down on one knee. Thank you to my aunt and Uncle Zhang for their many years of upbringing. Zhenger lives up to expectations. 9th grade spiritual root detected. How dare Zhang Zhengya dare to entrust Dada? Help him up quickly. Can't do it. Zhenger, you are a 9th grade genius, uncle. How can I deserve you? This kneeling. Lu Zheng was in an unprecedented mood. Suddenly his peripheral vision glanced at me. Everyone surrendered under the halo of his 9th grade spiritual roots. Only I have my hands in my sleeves, and the old god is there. In the early hours of the morning, you were dissatisfied. He asked loudly. I looked sideways. I just casually wrote you ba with an expressionless face. What a ridiculous piece of trash with no spiritual roots. What qualifications do you have to be aloof in front of me? He turned around and faced Zhang Zhengya. Bow down. Uncle Zhang, I have something to ask of you. Sister Ruxu and I are childhood sweethearts. I also asked my uncle to marry Ruxu to me. Zhang Zhengya is in trouble. He has already promised Ruxu to me. Could he change his mind and let him? He has already promised Ruxu to me. Could it be that she should change her mind? Remarried uncle. If I shout that I want to get married, I believe many families here are willing to marry me. At that time, I was someone else's son-in-law. Lu Jung held his hands behind his back. He said, pretending not to care. Zhang Zhengya's face changed drastically. Just when he was about to make a decision, I raised my pen. Can Uncle Zhang give it? Rex's happiness depends on strength. It's not about my mouth. I'm willing to compete with Lu Zhang. Zhang Zhengyang took a look. My heart suddenly relaxed. He quickly looked at Lu Zhen. Jiner, what do you think? A waste wants to challenge the 9th grade spiritual roots. Give you a chance. Even if you lose, you can also brag for a lifetime. Zhang Zhengyang breathed a sigh of relief. Give you 3 days. Who breaks through to a level? Who is qualified? How about Zhang Rexu? I immediately raised my pen and waved it. Lu Zheng can smile confidently. 1 level. Uncle underestimates my 9th grade spiritual roots. Let's wait and see in 3 days. An old man in rich clothes. Get out of a group of big guys. Mr. Lu is here with Qin Changsheng. Everyone present was moved. Qin Changsheng. He is the head of the first alchemy family in Guizhou City, relying on ancestral recipes for the refining industry. Cut off the refining business in all surrounding cities. Qin Changsheng smiled, holding a brocade box. There are 10 small jade bottles neatly arranged inside. The Qin family congratulates Mr. Lu for detecting the 9th grade spiritual root. These 10 bottles of refining liquid will give you 9th grade spiritual roots. These 10 bottles of refining liquid will be given to Mr. Lu. I hope I can hold the beauty back in my arms in 3 days. I narrowed my eyes slightly. The Qin family is clearly giving Lu Zheng a platform. Seems to be aware of my gaze. Not only did Qin Changsheng not restrain himself, on the contrary, I don't take it seriously. In addition, all the stores of my Qin family, starting from today, the early morning sales of metallurgical products will be prohibited. My eyes turned cold. Lift the pen and wave. Hope you won't regret it. Qin Changsheng joked. Regret, give up on you. This waste. Mr. Hugs thighs. I mean something. Glanced at him. Left silently. On the way back, a family elder who followed Qin Changsheng looked hesitant. Why did the head of the family suppress a junior so aggressively just now? The reason is, a mysterious soul master was born 10 years ago. The mid-grade refining liquid he refined almost destroyed the Qin family's century-old family business. Qin Changsheng said meaningfully, then do you remember when Lu Zheng came to Guizhou City? Elder, think carefully. Horrified and shocked. 10 years ago. Do you mean? I closed the door immediately when I came back. Clench your fists hard. I don't believe Lu Zheng. I'm not as good as you. Open the King Fang scripture. Read carefully. I wonder if it was baptized by the Taixu ancient tree. Physical reasons. It came naturally to me. An hour later, I practiced cross-legged practice, silently chanting the formula. Transparent spiritual roots in the body, like a huge root rooted in the void. Silently chanting the formula. Transparent spiritual roots in the body, like huge roots rooted in the void. Slowly absorb the aura in the air. Soon, wisps of spiritual energy gathered from all directions, turned into traces of pure spiritual power. I practice tirelessly. Stay until dawn. A ray of sunshine shakes me awake. Open your eyes slowly. Jump out of bed with anticipation. Circulation of Danshan. Boost your energy and pump your fists. A slight pop of compressed air. Fall into ears. Qi refining 2nd level. Overnight. Luoxi breaks through the 1st level of Qi refining on the 2nd level of Qi refining. It took 3 whole days, I think. But I'm not complacent. Just the 2nd level of Qi refining is not enough. I try to continue practicing. But I found that the speed of absorbing spiritual energy was much slower. The further you go to the chi refining realm, the more you need the chi refining liquid. Suddenly, my father is on his deathbed. Let me carry him with me in the box for 10 years. Buried in graves. Princess seeds must not be dug out before they germinate. Since my father could leave such a magical seed, the mysterious box must also contain something extraordinary. I got up and opened the door, but I heard Jiang Ruxu's pleading in the yard next door. Aunt Liu, this is the resource sent to me by this month's clan. Please don't take it away. Liu Yingshuang brought to personal maids, forced Jiang Ruxu into the corner. The maid held her hands. Liu Yingshuang took out a bottle of qi refining liquid from her arms. Face slightly cold. Don't think I don't know. Do you want to give this waste to Lin Chen? You want him to win. Haha, dreaming. Liu Yingshuang slammed the qi refining liquid to the ground. The precious spiritual liquid spilled all over the floor, mixed with mud. Jiang Ruxu broke free and fell to the ground hard. The precious spiritual liquid spilled all over the floor, mixed with mud. Jiang Ruxu breaks away from the maid. Throw on the ground. I want to grab some of the soil soaked with spiritual liquids to save some. She, who had always been docile, was so angry that she had tears in her eyes. Xiaofan is already very pitiful. Why are you bullying her like this? A bottle of qi refining liquid is so difficult. Liu Yingshuang clapped her hands disapprovingly. The gas refining liquid belongs to our Jiangxi family. If he has the guts, he can do it himself. He twisted his waist, left with satisfaction. Jiang Ruxu was helpless, squat on the ground, holding one's knees and sobbing with self-blame. Then I came behind him. A hand was placed on his back, patting gently. He turned around in surprise, found it was me, feeling more guilty, fell in my arms and burst into tears. Sorry, Xiaofan. I'm really useless. I should have been more careful. I patted her thin back gently. Fool, it's too late for me to thank you. How could I blame you? Jiang Ruxu's eyes turned red. That is the only loving wife I can give you. How could I have such a fiancé? There is a saying by Liu Yingshuang that I agree with. A man can win with the help of a woman. Go back and rest quickly. I'll find a way. Jiang Ruxu was silent for a long time. Nodded. Well, just do your best, no matter what the result. I won't blame you. After that, he left Zhang Mansion, heading towards Yanwu Mountain in the suburbs where spiritual grass is abundant. He can't bear that I'm helpless. Still want to do your best to help me. At the same time, I also left Zhang Mansion, arrived at the cemetery in the suburbs. Father and son are unfilial. Came to see you. Kneeling before the grave. Burn a lot of paper money and candles. In mind, recalling the years spent with my father. Father is taciturn, like to drink, pointing at the sky and yelling angrily when drunk, like venting injustice. When I woke up, I looked at the moon and burst into tears. Dad, I'm getting married. But it's not Zhang Ruoxi. It's the fragrance you like more, like snow. You once said she is more suitable to be my wife. Gentle nature, quiet and knowledgeable. Smile, smile. Tears flowed down. If you are still alive, you'll definitely be smiling from ear to ear. Wait until we get married. I must bring her to see you. But the kid is in a little trouble. Need to open the box you left. Disturbing your peace. Please forgive me. Kautovsky again and again. Raise the hoe. Digging the grave soil in front of the tombstones. Digging 3 feet deep. Finally dug up a black wooden box. I picked her up. Surprised. I've been buried underground for 3 years and there are no snakes, insects, rats and ants gnawing. It seems that this wooden box itself is no ordinary item. Click. The wooden box is opened. What catches the eyes are 2 jade bottles. Inside lay quietly the green liquid, middle grade refining liquid. Am overjoyed. I knew that my father would definitely leave me cultivation resources. Quickly pick up the chi refining liquid. I found a letter and a bamboo slip underneath. Opening the letter with trembling. Shafan, when you see this letter, my father has been dead for 3 years, right? Have your seeds sprouted? Is it healthy? What does it look like now? Father really wants to know. It's a pity that I can't see it anymore. 2 bottles of mid-grade chi refining liquid. I leave it to you to break through your current realm. But the most important thing is the bamboo slip written in the pen. Father's qualifications are mediocre. Enlightenment for a lifetime. Only a little understanding. I only understand a little bit about it. Reluctantly became a 2-star soul master. I hope my son can surpass being a father. Become an indomitable soul master. This will give you the capital to protect yourself. The last wooden box was left to you by your mother. He once said that after becoming a 5-star soul master, you can open the dark layers of the wooden box. Failure to open the dark layer is my father's last legacy. If one day you open, remember to burn the paper and tell your father what is inside. Come on, me. There will be many twists and turns in your life. Never give up at any time, okay? Tears fell on the letter drop by drop. I seemed to see my father saying his final farewell in front of me. The child must work hard to live. Definitely. Wiped away tears for a long time. Received the letter carefully. It turns out that my father was once a 2-star soul master. Soul master is the most noble profession in this world. None. They have soul power beyond ordinary people. Use all kinds of mysterious soul powers. It can also refine elixirs used by warriors. The Kin family in Gujo City. The reason why we can become the #1 refining medicine family. It's because every generation of family heads will inherit. Inherited one an heirloom that can temporarily enhance the power of the soul. The upgraded level is approximately the level of a soul master apprentice. Rao is so. It also allowed the Kin family to dominate the entire Gujo City. I opened the bamboo slips. There are strange twisted words on it. Just looking at it makes me feel dizzy. Tai Soul Technique Part 1. Note, the author is the Nightstar Soul Master Xiaoya Master. Only those with strong souls can discern words. A fool looks at the moon. Headaches ranging from mild to severe. Worse, the soul will be destroyed. Practice carefully. I can discern destruction. Practice carefully. I can tell. It shows that the soul is higher than ordinary people. Have the qualifications to become a soul master. Sitting cross-legged in front of the grave. Quietly digest what you see. It only took half a day to open my eyes. Dad, I seem to have learned some ways to use my soul. Drink a bottle of middle-grade chi refining. Drink another bottle and stuff it into your arms. Soon after, my body was shaken, breaking through the 3rd level of chi refining. Fill the hole in front of the grave. Pay homage to my father's tombstone. Then he got up and returned to the city. But I didn't go back to Jiang's house. Instead, we came to a Zhendao pavilion that was in a sluggish business. Treasure Court. It is the shop of the Chen family, the 2nd family of medicine refining in Gujo City. The Chen family does not have heirlooms like the Qin family, can only refine crude medicines. The business is far inferior to that of the Qin family. I changed into a thick black robe, wearing a mask and walking into the store. I took out the middle-grade refining weapons in my arms. Also on the counter, the shopkeeper who changed things glanced over. A little startled at first, immediately jumped up from the chair. He walked over quickly and exclaimed, "Could this be middle-grade refining liquid? 10 years ago, I actually saw the middle-grade refining liquids again. Quickly serve tea to this gentleman. The best tea." I waved my hands expressionlessly. Tea is not necessary. I want to exchange the following materials. How much can your store give? Pick up the pen on the counter. Write down the materials for the refining industry. The shopkeeper became even more excited. Standing up straight, you can't help but bend down. Are you a soul master? I gave him a cold look. The shopkeeper was shocked. He twitched his mouth quickly. The villain talks too much. Sir, please forgive me. Stop talking nonsense. How much can be exchanged? Palm. Sir, please forgive me. Stop talking nonsense. How much can be exchanged? The shopkeeper quickly said, according to the market price, a bottle of medium-grade refining liquid costs 10,000 taels of silver. Refining liquid material, 1,000 taels. One portion can be exchanged for 10 portions. However, if you have more refining liquids to sell to us, I can decide and give you 11 copies. Think for a moment. I cannot. The shopkeeper was overjoyed. Fetched 11 materials. I don't want to hide this from you, sir. Tomorrow is the exhibition of the Guizhou City Medicine Refining Family. If you have extra refining tools, can you also sell it to us at the conference? Let me, Mr. Chen, have a long face. I nodded slightly. Mystery leaves the treasure pavilion. Make sure no one is following you. One found an alley. Take off the disguise. Walk calmly back to the street. Just walked a few steps. Suddenly, I heard a sneer. Who is this? Lu Zhengsheng's face is full of spring breeze, riding a horse with Qin Changsheng beside him. When I see you, I pull the reins. Lu Zheng glanced at the Zhenbao Pavilion not far away. He smiled deeply and said, Mr. Qin, who is daydreaming, want to buy low-grade refining liquids? Qin Changsheng is indifferent, except for my Qin family in this lonely city. There will be no refining liquids anywhere else. You asked for the refining liquid in Zhenbao Pavilion. I'm afraid I'm looking for the wrong place. Lu Zheng learned in detail that I gave him qi refining liquid. He might as well beg me to let his fiancé go. Ha 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 ha. Demara laughed and left. Qin Changsheng despised qi refining liquid, so don't think about it. I, Qin Changsheng, live in one day. You can never get an arm in your life. I shrugged. Low-grade qi refining liquid. Dogs don't want to be around for a long time. Perseverance, I shrugged. I don't even want a low-grade weapon refining. Not long after, a big shot from the Zhenbao Pavilion came to the Chen family. The eldest lady, Chen Xiling, has an exquisite face. Tall. Wisdom in eyes. Manage family affairs on behalf of fathers. After listening to the shopkeeper's report, you handled it very well. You gave this soul master a benefit. I didn't neglect to get closer. Can we catch up with this soul master next? It depends on his mood. If he can be at the exhibition, provide us with middle-grade refining industry. We can compete with the Qin family. By the way, I'll go back to the mansion. Then I heard that there was a lot of bustle in the house. Find it for me quickly. Dig 3 feet into the ground. We must also find Zhang Ruxu. What is missing like snow? I was panicked. Reminds me of his sudden departure in the morning. A bad thought pops up. This silly girl. Shouldn't he be looking for treasures from heaven and earth? It's almost dark. Not back yet. Are you in danger? I ran out of the city quickly, heading towards Yanwu Mountain. Zhangda Beauty. Stop struggling. Otherwise, it would be a pity if it falls and becomes a pulp. A cliff edge. 3 strong men with bats embroidered on their chests smiled ferociously, staring at Zhang Ruxu clinging to the vines under the cliff. There were deep blood stains on his palms, overdrawn and pale, body trembling. Beneath your feet is an abyss of rolling clouds and mist. Come up quickly. We just want to catch you. Just asking Lu Zheng for gambling debts. But their greedy eyes never left Zhang Ruxu for a moment. Once caught, you can imagine what would happen. Zhang Ruxu gritted her teeth. Don't expect the leading man to lose his patience. Pull him up. 2 strong men forcibly pulled the vines up. Zhang Ruxu looked like she was losing her patience. Pull him up. Two strong men forcibly pulled the vines up. Jong Ruksu watched as she was gradually pulled up. Sad in my heart, a bit of red lips. Miserably Xiao Fan. Sorry, I can't marry you in this life. His palm loosened, about to jump into the abyss. Just then, a series of rapid footsteps came. Immediately afterwards, a man pulling a vine was kicked off a cliff, screaming and falling into the clouds. The other two men were furious. Fight with someone. Soon another one fell to the ground screaming. The only one left is terrified. While running, I yelled at anyone who dared to kill me in the blood-floating palace. You're dead. Jong Ruksu was shocked. The three people from the blood-floating palace just now. A third level of chi training. To chi training second floors. A head poked out. He was stunned suddenly. Xiaofan, I pulled him up with a serious face. Patted him. Yelled, who asked you to come here? Jong Ruksu lowered her head in self-reproach, silently raising the blood-stained hands. There is also an energetic herb in the palm of my hand. I just want to help you weakly. Looks like the skin is worn out, but still refuse to throw away the palm of the herbal medicine. My heart hurts. Pull him into your arms. You are the most important person to me. I don't want anything to happen to you. You know, leaning into my chest. He felt safer than ever, relaxing physically and mentally, with deep tiredness. Just fell asleep like this. I couldn't bear to wake him up. I touched the corpse in Zufu Palace. Found a token. The City Lord's Palace once issued a reward order. Kill one person in Zufu Palace. You can enter the City Lord's Palace Linky to practice once. Many people are inside. Break through and collect good tokens. It's dark all around. Can't see the way down the mountain clearly. Only one safe cave can be found with EG. Break through and collect good tokens. It's dark all around. Can't see the way down the mountain clearly. I can only find a safe cave with Ruksu, while guarding him all night. Am not idle either. Take out the materials exchanged from the treasure pavilion. Trying to refine the weapon. It's dawn the next day. I looked at the pile of ashes on the ground. I feel bad that I wasted 3 materials, but there are 8 bottles of spiritual liquid beside me, 7 bottles of top-grade refining liquids, a bottle of the best refining liquid. It seems that I am more talented than my father. Now you can refine high-grade chi refining liquid, and when you are in excellent condition, you can still perform at the best level. Can't wait to pick up the best chi refining liquid and drink it. Extremely powerful medicine. Emits 10 times the spiritual energy of inferior products. It makes my body swell. Hurry up and practice cross-legged practice. Digest quickly. An hour later, chi training level 4. And it's not far from the 5th floor of chi training. Break Luoxi from level 3 to level 4. When drinking Pinky Yankee liquid every day, it took a full 10 days. I only need 1 bottle of the best chi refining liquid to succeed. Feel the power of the 4th level of chi training. I couldn't help but look at the beautiful face sleeping next to me. Smile slightly. Ruksu, I'll protect you this time. Lekin cold current doubles. His face looks a little ugly. He looked at the 10 bottles of empty chi training liquid in front of him. Why is this happening? I drank it all. Why haven't you broken through yet? Liu Yingshuang was also confused. 9th grade spiritual root plus 10 bottles of low-grade chi training liquid. It's time for a pig to break through. Lu Zhen remained motionless. He had to comfort Dao Jiner. Haste makes waste. Maybe you are eager to break through. Affects the mood. You didn't lose anyway. Chenyi has no spiritual roots. Ermaki refining liquids. It is even more impossible to break through. You guys have a tie. Lu Zheng said disdainfully. He deserves to follow. He is worthy of comparison with me. I did make a breakthrough. Only temporarily. He would never break through in his life. Let's go to the Tang Dynasty to compete. Jiang Fu lobby. Zhang Ruxu and I returned in the morning late. She looked at Jiang Song's door. Haven't dared to step in, because this is a contest that is destined to be lost. The result is that she will marry Lu Zhang. She bit her lip and said, "It doesn't matter if you lose. Don't blame yourself. I won't blame you. If I really lose." She would never pass it on to Lu Zhang. The worst thing is to die again. I held her hand, calmly said, "I said I would protect you. This will be the case now and in the future." After saying that, he took her hand and walked into the gate of Zhang Mansion. 10 years of living under someone else's roof. Soaring to success. I am more than ever. Everyone is eager to face the eyes of the Zhang family. I want to prove that I am not a waste. I am worthy of Zhang Ruxu in the early morning. Dozens of Zhang family members, old and young, were all present. Some young women. A colorful chat around Lu Zhang. Zhang Luoxi would also talk to him from time to time. Mentioned my return. There was no smile on Zhang Luoxi's face. "I thought you didn't dare to come." Finally still a bit thick as a man. People are comparing Lu Zhang and me. The harsh ones are even more direct and rude. Expressionless. I've heard too many sarcastic remarks in the past 10 years. Already numb. No nonsense. One stop to the hall. Standing tall and straight. Raise the pen and write. When to start. The confident aura made everyone's faces slightly change. Zhang Luoxi looked surprised. "Can't help but look me up and down." Keep looking at me up and down. I gave him an indescribable feeling today. There seems to be a self-confidence that comes from the bones. But he shook his head slightly. A competition that has already yielded results. When did it start to become different? Liu Yingshuang touched the teacup lightly. Slowly. Do you still remember the bet about Lin Chen's competition? If you are not as good as Lu Zhang, we'll marry him. I looked at him indifferently. Wrote that if Lu Zhang loses, please also take care of your nephew. Don't be a toad and want to eat swan meat. Liu Yingshuang pressed the teacup on the table. The phoenix eyes are filled with overflowing thoughts. How dare someone talk to me like this? If Zhiner loses, of course he won't have the shame to beg again. If you lose, get out of Jiangxi Mansion from now on. My Zhang family no longer owes you anything. I put my hands on my back. Right proudly. Okay, let's compete. Liu Yingshuang rode. Really take action. Do your best. Even if there is no breakthrough. As long as you are more diligent than before, you will still win. Anyway, it's impossible to break out in the early morning. Lu Zhang walked confidently to the hall. Confront me from a distance. Contempt is almost written all over his face. Competing with the 9th grade spiritual roots. If all the ancestors of your Lin family knew about it, they would be embarrassed. With lights on it, he raised his fists. Swing it hard in the air. Bang, bang. 5th level of Qi training. The perfect cultivation makes the air tremble. Zhang Luoxi couldn't help but be shocked. No breakthrough. It shouldn't be. 10th grade Qi training. Even if he is a 6th grader like him, everyone should make a breakthrough. The laying people also looked at each other. The 9th grade spiritual root seems not as powerful as imagined. Practice together. Difficult step by step. Just 3 days. 5 difficulties in Qi training. Just 3 days. From the 5 levels of Qi training to perfection. Already very good. Lu Zhen heard this. Puff out your chest. How about it, Ling Chen? Although I did have a breakthrough, but at least am getting better. You still lose. I raised my pen and smiled. 9th grade spiritual roots. Qin Changsheng strongly supports. Just Liu Yingshuang patting the table. Dragons in the sky. You are just a crawler on the ground. What qualifications do you have to ridicule the real dragon? I smile deeper. Raise your fists and punch the air. A wisp of pure spiritual energy shook the air. It also shocked everyone's attention. One level of chi training. Xiaofan, you have made a breakthrough. Zhang Rexu's sad face, like wildflowers blooming in spring. He covered his mouth. Whispers of surprise. Zhang Luoxi's eyes trembled. He has spiritual roots. Lu Zhengsheng's eyes widened, unable to accept that I am a genius with ninth-grade spiritual roots. Will lose to a waste. I smiled and picked up the pen to write. The ancestors of my Lin family. If you knew I had won the ninth-grade spiritual root, your face will be brighter. Lu Zhengkai's ridicule, like a slap in the face. Make him clench his fists. Irritated, Liu Yingshuang said coldly, just one level of chi training. Look at you. You look like a villain. Are there any comparisons between breaking through the first level and breaking through the sixth level? I just smiled. Raise your hand and punch again. The air crackled slightly. I raised my pen and smiled lightly. Then Zhang Rexu was so shocked that she couldn't open her mouth from ear to ear. Chi refining second level. You actually made a breakthrough in 3 days. Chi refining second level. Zhang Luoxi couldn't sit still. I can't even do it. 3 days of breakthrough. Chi refining second level. I can't sit still anymore. I can't even do it. Break through the second level of chi refining in 3 days. Lin Chen, did you really have no spiritual roots before? But then he realized, asked a nonsense question. I am under the attention of the Zhang family. Went to test him 3 times. If there were spiritual roots before, can't hide it at all. Lu Zhengsheng pupils twitched, eyes full of brainwashing. Breaking through the first level is already a victory. Breaking through the second floor is simply crushing. Yu Yinshuang was shocked, still forcing oneself to quibble. Refining the second level of chi is not difficult either, barely catching up with Lu Zhengsheng's progress. However, the words just fell. I punched the air again. Crisp popping sound. It's like a slap in everyone's face. I smiled coldly. Pick up a pen and ask questions, and then what? Zhang Luoxi stood up in shock. Knock the stool over. Don't even know. The third level of chi refining is impossible. Breakthrough to the third level of chi refining in 3 days. Even ninth-grade spiritual roots are impossible. What happened to you in the early morning? The whole place was silent. Everyone looked at me with a new look of awe. Watching this young man who has been useless for 10 years, I carry it with one hand, a pen. So what if I wave a real dragon? So what about the ninth-grade spiritual roots? Give me time. Trampled all underfoot. Yanbai hugged Zhang Rexu in public. With a stroke of the pen, Rexu is my wife Lin Chen. No one can take it away. Lu Zheng felt extremely ashamed and humiliated. Yelled the man surnamed Lin. What are you proud of? Not afraid to tell you. The people from Tianji Pavilion are already on their way. At that time, I will directly enter Tianji Pavilion. And you are just a bedbug with a third level of chi training. Compared with me, you don't deserve to walk away. I'm just so cowardly that I stink. Compared with me, you don't deserve to walk away. I shrugged. I have always been skeptical about Lu Zheng's 9th-grade spiritual roots. You just need to have transparent spiritual roots. Practice 4 layers in 3 days. No sense. 9th-grade spiritual roots cannot even break through 1 level. When the people from Tianji Pavilion come, I will definitely verify his spiritual roots. Could he really still be able to detect the 9th grade at that time? Liu Yingshuang was disgraced today, staring at me hard. Well, you have. Spiritual roots are amazing, right? I thought I didn't want a betrothal gift out of pity for you, since you are so capable. Prepare a generous betrothal gift for me in 10 days. Can't take it out. Don't blame me for breaking the contract. Marry Zhang Rexu to someone else. Zhang Rexu, who had just been happy for a while. Sorrow comes to my brow again. Xiaofan is afraid that my scraps of silver are far from enough. Aunt Liu deliberately makes things difficult for you. But I won't worry now, because I am a soul master. A soul master who can refine expensive elixirs. Rexu, I went to practice. Don't go out casually anymore. Got it? Zhang Rexu nodded obediently. Go ahead and I won't cause you any more trouble. He looked at my hurried back with relief, eyes full of longing. Sister, you missed Mr. Right. Zhang Luoxi walked to his side. It's a pity that Dao broke through the 3rd level of qi refining in 3 days. It's actually not worth mentioning in front of the 9th grade spiritual roots. The future Lu Zheng Lincoln is not even qualified to look up to him. Zhang Rexu watched my back. Satisfied in my heart. Lu Zheng is stronger again. What does it have to do with me? Ling Chen is the one worth trusting sincerely. Zhang Luoxi turned her head and looked at Zhang Rexu. That face full of happiness and expectation. Entrusted person. Zhang Luoxi turned her head and looked at Zhang Rexu. That face full of happiness and expectation. Feeling a little dazzling. Is it really so early in the morning? In front of the city lord's mansion, the wide street is lined with stalls. Today is the exhibition meeting for all the alchemy families in the city. Alchemists big and small. Come and show off your best medicines. Lin Shengsheng stood on the broad platform of the Qin family, showcasing the best-selling low-grade refining tools. Onlookers are like mountains and seas. Opposite, the Chenjia platform, which is equally spacious, is deserted. The huge contrast made Chen Silin feel difficult to calm down. Will that senior really come? The shopkeeper smiled bitterly. Most soul masters are lonely in character. Whether he comes or not depends entirely on his mood. What makes them even more uneasy is that the Qin family heirloom. It seems to inspire stronger abilities. It is said Qin Shengsheng has successfully refined a bottle of mid-grade qi refining liquid. The only way out for the Chen family. Just hugged its soul master's lap. At this time, I came to the center of the 2 booths. Qin Shengsheng discovered me. A corner of the mouth. Do you all know the young man below? In the early morning, I was blocked from purchasing qi refining liquid. Emergency medical treatment. I went to the Chen family Zhenbao pavilion to seek medicine, but to no avail. Calculate the time. He has lost the contest now. Have you been kicked out? A bottle of qi refining liquid caused him to lose his wife. You don't want to end up like this, right? So if you can buy it quickly. A popular advertisement. Immediately let the waiting dancers swarm up. Qin Shengsheng teased Mr. Daolin. You are a negative teaching material. It's more effective than if I said 1,000 words. Mr. Lin, you are a negative example. It's more effective than me saying 1,000 words. How about you come to my Qin house? Talk every day. Why did you compensate your wife for a bottle of qi refining liquid? Story. I smiled playfully. He wrote about the Qin family master. You laughed too early. Qin Shengsheng laughed. You were right. I have better news that I haven't announced yet. I smile deeper and hope you can finally laugh. Turn around and enter the alley. Soon after, a man wearing a long robe walked out of the alley. Mysterious man wearing mask. This person will be a nightmare for Qin Shengsheng and the entire Qin family. I boarded the Chen family booth. Chen Xiling is pacing back and forth. Lang Buting caught a glimpse of the black shadow and frowned slightly. The shopkeeper recognized the outfit at just one glance. My heart is beating wildly. Young lady. It was him, Chen Silin, who hurriedly stepped forward. Silin meets the seniors. Let me get straight to the point. How much qi refining liquid can you consume? Chen Silin is secretly happy. My Chen family has prepared 100,000 taels of silver. You can consume 10 bottles of mid-grade qi refining liquid at the market price. I frowned. I don't have mid-grade qi refining liquid right now. Only top quality. Chen Silin mistakenly thought it was because he was not satisfied with the price. explained that the Kin family on the other side had refined middle-grade gas refining liquid. The price will definitely be lower than 10,000 taels in the future. We are losing money and making money, I said calmly. I don't sell mid-range products. Chen Silin was stunned. I silently took out a bottle and spread it in the palm of my hand. I only sell this. Chen Silin's pupils shrank hugely. Refining middle grade and top grade are two different concepts. The former is a first-grade soul master. The latter requires at least a second-grade soul master. And the second-grade soul master, there is only one in the entire Qingyun sect. One of the shopkeepers immediately exclaimed, "Don't you want to buy a top-grade refining weapon?" I asked if I wanted. "Of course I want," the shopkeeper said quickly. "Just seniors. How much do you want?" Selling 10,000 taels. There was a hint of doubt in Commander Chen's eyes. The middle-grade ones cost 10,000 taels. Why is top quality so expensive? Until I took out 3 more bottles and put them in front of me. Calmly said, "I only have one request. Let the Qin family collapse." Can it be done? Commander Chen suddenly realized. No wonder it's so cheap. It turns out that this senior has a grudge against the Qin family. He made the decision immediately. If seniors can supply at this price for a long time, how difficult is it to overthrow the Qin family? I glanced at Qin Changsheng, who was opposite him with beaming eyebrows. "Give me materials. Refining in large quantities now." Commander Chen immediately ordered people to arrange the materials and refine the medicine. Place first. The exhibition at noon is the time when there are the most people. Qin Changsheng smiled loudly. "Let me tell you some great news. Our Qin family has successfully developed a medium-grade weapon, priced at 13,000 taels of silver." The whole place roared with thunder. But just then, everyone, the Chen family, also want to announce some good news to everyone. Chen Silin smiled softly, holding a tray covered with red cloth. Qin Changsheng frowned. "Mysterious. Want to go against my Qin family? No real material." The corners of Chen Silin's lips are slightly raised. Open the red cloth. Our Chen family starts today. High-quality refining liquids will be provided in limited quantities. A bottle of high-quality refining liquid was displayed impressively. The scene erupted into a huge commotion. A bottle of top quality. The effect is worthy. A bottle of top quality. The effect is comparable to 5 bottles. This is something only Qingyun sect disciples can enjoy. Top elixir. Qin Changsheng's pupils trembled sharply. Where did the Chen family get the top-grade refining liquids? He panicked. Seeing the guests in front of his booth all flocking to each other, he hurriedly yelled, "Don't get excited, everyone. Shangpin Yuan Company has at least 50,000 taels of silver. Are you sure you can afford it?" However, Commander Chen's lips curled up. To thank new and old customers. Deadline within 1 month. The price of the top-grade refining industry is 12,000 taels of silver. What's cheaper than Qin's 13,000 mid-range product? No fool would buy it. Master Qin just bought it from you. Refunded the money. The crowd exploded instantly. A wave rushed to the Chen family booth. A wave rushed to the Qin family to return the goods. Chaos continued until dusk. Qin Changsheng, looking at the low-grade refining liquid that was returned all over the booth, eyes full of bloodshot eyes. Why is this happening? He gritted his teeth and shouted in a low voice, "No matter who you rely on, want to bring down the Qin family? Still too young. I helped Lu Zheng so much. We should also invite the guardians behind us to come out. Help us." In the temporary tent backstage at Chen's house, I took a sip of tea. At the end of the day, a total of 50 bottles of top quality were obtained. 10 bottles of the best qi training. Keep the best for yourself. The top grade was sold to the Chen family for 500,000 taels. Chen Silin came over holding the banknotes. "Senior, This is your 500,000 tael silver note. I accepted it expressionlessly. I'll make another batch tomorrow. Just prepare your silver and material exchange. Senior, wait a minute. Quantities and material exchanges are. Senior, wait a minute. Chen Silindao. The high-grade refining industry is enough to defeat half of the Qin family, but they also have a low-grade weapons refining industry, still able to survive. Senior, can you refine some inferior products? I'm staring ahead in trance. It's not that you can't practice if you are a low-grade person. It's just that the demand is too great. Day and night may not be enough. My main focus should be on cultivation. It's not worth wasting time to deal with the Qin family. Can you train a few soul master apprentices? Specially refined. Chen Silin's face looked slightly unnatural. The direction I was staring at happened to be his chest. I reacted and said sorry. I'm thinking about whether to train a few soul master apprentices, specialized in refining inferior products. But there is no need to rush this matter. Let's talk in detail when we have time. Shen Xiling is excited to train a soul master apprentice. Jin Shangsheng has a family heirloom to help him, only at the apprentice level. If the Chen family had a soul master apprentice, I will never worry again. It's just that I put it aside as soon as I aroused his interest. Think again about the way you stared at his chest in trance just now. He obviously misunderstood something. Teeth nibbling. The red lip sigh was probably a hint to me. Sure enough, men are all the same, thinking for a long time. He is delusional. Take out the crystal. Waiting for him to come to the house tomorrow. I want to see his true face. He added that I heard Rexu was engaged. Ask the shopkeeper to invite him to the house as a guest. Bring your fiancé with you. He is so beautiful. He must have found an excellent young man from a wealthy family. The shopkeeper smiled bitterly. I'm afraid the young lady doesn't know that his fiancé's Lin Chen. Commander Chen was startled by Lin Chen, who was living in the Zhang family. Isn't he muted and has no spiritual roots? Rexu is crazy. No, am I muted and have no spiritual roots? Rexu is crazy. No, I must persuade him to give up this marriage. I also want to persuade Ling Chen, a manly man. Can't you rely on yourself? After leaving the exhibition, I didn't go back to the Prime Minister's mansion, but came to the City Lord's mansion. Take out the Blood Floating Palace token at the door. He can kill people in the Blood Floating Palace at a young age. A hero emerges from a boy. You are qualified to enter the Cloud Spiritual Pond to practice once. Follow me. A corner of the City Lord's mansion. There are 2 secret rooms side by side. Under the secret room, it is a dense spiritual pool that is constantly emitting rich spiritual energy. When I arrive, there is a woman in purple in front of the secret room. She was born extremely tall. One grip if the waist is not full. A stunning face, cold and repulsive, like a fairy in a painting. She just swiped me lightly. You can tell your cultivation level at a glance. It's too late to reach perfection at the 4th level of Qi training. After that, he chose a secret room and entered to practice. You knew Linky has been open for more than 3 years. The aura is not as good as before. Only dancers at the 1st or 2nd level of Qi training can have a chance to break through. Qi training level 4 or above. Want to break through. Unless your spiritual roots are extremely excellent or you have high-level mental skills. Excellent spiritual roots and advanced mental skills. I nodded slightly. Entered another secret room. Soon after, the city lord Yi Jifeng arrived in a hurry. Liu Xianzi went in, already practicing. The daughter of the leader of the Qingyan sect cannot be neglected. If he comes out of confinement, notify immediately. I found someone in another secret room, frowning and asked, just the last word. An unknown boy. Can't affect Fairy Liu. I have entered the practice of selflessness. The transparent spiritual root looks like a giant tree. Can't affects Fairy Liu. I have entered the practice of selflessness. The transparent spiritual root looks like a giant tree. The roots greedily absorb the surrounding aura. King Feng Zhenjing operates simultaneously. Speed up absorption. Both work simultaneously. The spiritual energy of this place flows towards me as if summoned. The woman in purple next door suddenly woke up. Feel the flow of spiritual energy. Doubt flashed across the cold face. What I practice is the highest mental method of my sect. The spiritual root is also the 7th grade of spiritual energy. I should be left alone. He reactivated his mind, trying to steal the spirit. However, not only did the spiritual energy in the secret room not remain, on the contrary, it is lost at a faster rate. Could it be that the other party's spiritual roots are far superior to mine? He simply gave up practicing. Come to the secret room. Through door cracks. Feeling that the amazing spiritual energy is being swallowed up. Like there's a black hole inside. It absorbs so fast. Could it be that he is the 9th grade spiritual root detected? He keeps an eye on Shimon. There is a sense of competition in the eyes. This time, he sneaked out behind his father's back. Just want to see it with my own eyes. This 9th grade spiritual root that shocked the world. What's so great about it? There was a muffled sound in the secret room. A wave of energy from the 5th level of chi refining came. Break through here. The spiritual energy is so thin. He actually succeeded. The woman in purple also appears golden. I can't help but clench my fists. As expected of a 9th grade spiritual root. But with my spiritual roots and skills, you can also do it reluctantly. 9th grade doesn't seem to be much better than me. But after a cup of tea, there was another explosion in the secret room. A powerful wave of chi refining level 6 swept out. The pretty woman in purple finally shows off her beauty. A powerful wave of chi refining level 6 swept out. The pretty face of the woman in purple finally reveals her stunning color. The time for a cup of tea breaks through from the 5th level to the 6th level. She asked herself that she couldn't do it even though she tried her best. A trace of bitterness appeared in the corner of my mouth. Is this the difference between 9th grade and 7th grade? But she still has the last bit of stubbornness. That's it for her. The natural chasm between the 6th and 7th floors. It took me a full 10 days to break through. As time passes little by little, there is no more movement in the secret room. It seems to confirm his judgment. Seeing that time is coming to an end, the guard captain stepped forward and knocked on the door to prepare a reminder. But suddenly, a stronger airflow swept out from the secret room. The guard captain almost lost his balance. Chi training level 7. Just 1 hour. A successful breakthrough from the 4th level of chi training to the 7th level of chi training. The cold face of the woman in purple can no longer be calm. A pair of cold eyes filled with shock. It's impossible that the difference between 9th grade and 7th grade is only 2 grades. How come the gap is so big? Suffering a ruthless blow, he said. My heart almost collapsed. Proud of the 7th grade spiritual root. In front of Jupin, there was a huge difference. I left the secret room sweating profusely. I saw the woman in purple also outside, realizing that his practice was interfering with him. Hurry up and hug this girl. Sorry. I disturbed the woman in purple and looked at me complicatedly. Keep my appearance deep in your heart. Yenya bit her tongue slightly and said, My name is Liu Qingshan. Remember my name. Waiting for you to catch up with me. I'll fight you. Say it. Take off the purple token from your waist and throw it to me, holding it in danger of life. Take it out and you won't die. Throw away your sleeves. I was left confused. Why did I collapse? You really want to have a showdown with me, and gave me a token. Scratching his head and leaving in confusion, Liu Qingshan left Guizhou City, flying on the white crane, flying out without being covered by a dark cloud above your head. Look up. It's a huge blue eagle. A middle-aged man with a sharp temperament stands above him with his hands behind his back. See this person. He was shocked. Kneel down quickly. Disciples of Qingyun sect. Liu Qingshan met Deputy Pavilion Master Chen of Tianji Pavilion. This person is one of the 12 Deputy Masters of Tianji Pavilion. Chen Jingdao came to take away Lu Jiangsong. People from Tianji Pavilion, your father is looking for you everywhere. Take a look at Guizhou City below me. Then I knew that he had come to meet the 9th grade spiritual root. How? Has such a bully? Chen Jingdao was stunned. In my memory, Liu Qingshan has a character that everyone refuses to accept. I actually cried in grievance. After listening to the story, Chen Jingdao couldn't laugh anymore either. It is impossible to practice 4 levels of qi with ordinary spiritual energy in 1 hour. Perfect to the 7th level of qi training. I am the 8th grade spiritual root. My cultivation speed is not half as fast as you said. Looking at Chen Jingdao, he was also surprised. Liu Qingqing felt comfortable. Wasn't the 8th grade spiritual root also hit? Deputy Pavilion Master Chen will know if he goes to check it himself. Anyway, I gave him the Qingyun order, which is easy to recognize. Farewell hum. Leaving on the white crane in a cheerful tune. Chen Zhang. After leaving, Chen Jingdao said to himself in astonishment, the gap between 9th grade and 8th grade is really so big. I don't believe it anymore. When I came back from Jiangxi Mansion, I found the house in chaos. Servants hurriedly arranged flower baskets, scrub tables, and chairs. What's wrong with even Zhang Zhengya going into battle himself? Just now the city lord ordered people to hurry up and notify us. The master of Tianji Pavilion is here. The person from Tianji Pavilion who came to take away the 9th grade spiritual root finally arrived. What are you doing standing there in the early hours of the morning? Why don't you work quickly? Ruined my big deal. Even your 10 heads can't bear it. I threw the rag on the ground casually. I raised my pen and wrote, what does your business have to do with me? What a fool. Today is the day when I will rise to the top. There are so many people outside who want to hug my thighs, but I don't have time to respond. You had the chance to clean my chair, but you didn't cherish it. True. What do you think this mute is doing? Some people are humble all their lives. This is all fate. Qin Chengsheng, who arrived after hearing the news, cupped his hands and said with a smile, Mr. Liu, congratulations. A small gift is not a sign of respect. I also hope to support our Qin family in the future. Several strong men behind him were carrying several boxes of low-grade refining tools, making everyone gasp. Say less about 300,000 taels of silver. Those who come from Lujiang will not be refused. The head of the Qin family came just in time. Everyone working there has a bottle. Of course, don't give it to a self-righteous person. So, the clan members were all surprised to receive a bottle of qi refining liquid. I'm the only one with empty hands. Lin Chen is beginning to regret it. I started to regret it in the early morning, right? I just missed a bottle of low-grade qi refining liquid. I rubbed my chest. Let the 10 bottles of top-quality qi refining liquid inside not be so dull. Talents raise nosebleeds without hesitation. If I were you, I would not enter Tianji Pavilion. I will never accept this gift. Look at him. You want to be me in your dreams. I am willing to send. Mr. Liu is willing to accept it. There's no need for you to mind your own business. I looked at Qin Changsheng. Smile. I'm just worried about the Qin family. Beat the main chicken with flying eggs. Regret endlessly. I hugged Jupin Lingen's thigh. I really can't think of a reason to regret it. Just then, a strong wind is coming. The giant blue eagle slowly descended over the Zhang family. A figure exuding a stubborn aura fell down. Luzhen took a deep breath and looked at me. It's time for me, Luzhen, to shine in the early morning. Just watch me how I leap over the dragon gate. become a 9 heavenly dragon. With Chen Dao landing, Zhang Zhengye takes Lu Zhen. Lead the Zhang family to go out together. Kneel down to greet. Welcome to Mr. Tianji Pavilion. Chen Dao is smiling. Nod gently. I am Chen Dao, Deputy Master of Tianji Pavilion. The Deputy Pavilion Master and everyone present were shocked. Thought it was coming. Just a deacon or something. Who knew he was actually a Deputy Cabinet Chief? How much Tianji Pavilion attaches importance to the 9th grade spiritual roots? Far beyond imagination. Which of you has the 9th grade spiritual roots? Everyone turned their attention to Lu Zheng. The eyes of envy, jealousy, and joy meet together. The eyes of envy, jealousy, and joy meet together. Make Lu Zheng extremely proud. He handed over to the junior. Lu Zheng met Deputy Pavilion Master Chen. Chen Dao stepped forward quickly. Help him up personally. Not bad. Not bad. A talent. Chen Dao smiled and held Lu Zhengsong's hand. Don't be nervous. Speaking of which, we can be considered half fellow villagers. I was born in Bilu City next door. 8th grade spiritual roots were detected 30 years ago. Shocking Tianji Pavilion. 30 years later, you detected grade 9 again. Shocked Tianji Pavilion again. This is our fate. Everyone suddenly realized. It turns out that Chen Dao was the 8th level spiritual master back then, the prodigy of Bilu City. He took the initiative to win over Lu Zheng through friendship. It means Lu Zheng went to Tianji Pavilion. Will definitely be taken care of. Qin Changsheng clenched his fists excitedly. When I talk to myself, I say I am Qin Changsheng. I've never chosen to miss it in my life. Chen Dao had a long conversation with Lu Zheng. Only when you are emotionally familiar can you get down to business. People are moving. Chen Dao sat alone on the throne. The rest of the people stood on both sides without daring to breathe. Xiao Wo, the power of your 9th grade spiritual root. I heard about it on the road. Lian Qingyun sex cold girl. I'm all crying because of you. Can you give a live demonstration? Lu Zheng nodded, walked to the center of the lobby, but he felt that simply running the spiritual roots, not enough to reflect the power of the 9th grade. Deputy Pavilion Master Chen. Can it be changed to a discussion method? Chen Dao nodded without thinking. Who do you want to spar with? Lu Zheng sneered in his heart. Lift your fingers and point your hands together in your sleeves. A bright look. Sneer from the bottom of my heart. Lift your fingers and point your hands together in your sleeves. I am calm. Ling Chen, do you dare to compete with me again? Chen Dao followed his finger and saw me. I found that I could only pick up my pen and write in response. Can't help but be surprised. A mute? Deputy Pavilion Master Chen doesn't know something. My sweetheart was taken away by him with a marriage contract. To get my lover back, I competed with him. Who knew he used crooked tricks to win me over? I am not convinced and would like to ask Deputy Pavilion Master Chen to be a witness. See how I can take back the ones I love with dignity and dignity. Chen Dao frowned slightly. A mute can bully a 9th grade spiritual root. Liu Yingshuang hurriedly came out to cover up. Report back to Deputy Pavilion Master Chen. Indeed, this Lin Chen has been kind to us, forcing my eldest daughter to marry him. He glanced at the Jiangxi family members with his peripheral vision, forcing them to help lie, but maybe out of conscience. Perhaps he was intimidated by the majesty of Deputy Pavilion Master Chen. Don't dare to say anything. Qin Changsheng rolled his eyes. Immediately called Deputy Pavilion Master Chen. I guarantee the credibility of the Qin family below. It's true. Guaranteed by 2 people. Chen Dao's face was slightly cold. Look at me with dignity. Take advantage of favors and respect yourself. Same as robbery. Do you dare to compete with Lu Zheng based on your ability? Zhang Ruxu on the side was shocked. It was obviously the Zhang family who was ungrateful and changed the engagement. How did I end up taking advantage of my kindness? He opened his mouth to explain. I stopped. He raised his pen and wrote me. It's useless to say more. Things that fists can solve. No need to argue with anyone. He immediately looked at Lu Zheng. How to compare? Things that cannot be solved. No need to argue with anyone. He immediately looked at how Lu Zheng was comparing. Naturally, it's more about strength. I'll draw it with my pen. Lu Zheng sneered in his heart. He is at the 5th level of Qi training. In the past few days, I have even secretly practiced the Zhang family swordsmanship. And in his opinion, it's just luck. I just happened to break through to the 3rd level of Qi training. Lu Zheng drew his sword. Point to me from afar. Today he will step on my face. Take my woman away. Prove to the world the power of 9th grade spiritual roots. I still won't go. Come to the center of the hall with your hands behind your back. He casually raised his finger. How ignorant! Only then will he provoke the 9th grade spiritual roots. Later, when he's lying on the ground like a dead dog, I also asked him if he regretted it. Chenjing Dao also shook his head gently. How dare you be so confident in the face of 9th grade spiritual roots? This guy is too conceited. Lu Zheng was angered, snorted coldly, split Huashan Mountain with one move. Use the powerful spiritual power of the 5th level of Qi, refining to slash with all your strength. I smiled. So many days. Lu Zheng has not made any progress at all. The movie is coming. I released the 6th level of spiritual energy from Qi training. The fingers wrapped in aura gently flicked on the sword. Far beyond the distance Lu Zheng could bear. Take the sword and fly out in an instant. Lu Zheng was stunned for a moment. Still don't understand what's going on. I changed my fingers to palms. Slap him in the face. He was running around with his spiritual energy in a panic. He roared and punched him, trying to save face. However, the result of the bombardment, Lu Zhengsheng's body weighing 100 pounds was slapped away with a palm. I stopped after knocking over the coffee table. The whole place was silent. Deathly silence. The only sound left is the sound of me dusting my sleeves indifferently, and a line of characters drawn with a pen, Jupin. Deathly silence. The only sound left is the sound of me dusting my sleeves indifferently, and a line of characters drawn with a pen, Jupin. Spiritual roots are nothing more than that. The 9th grade spiritual root was defeated, yet defeated so simply. Zhang Luoxi's pretty eyes flashed, watching thoughtfully, mouth full. Lu Zhengliu Yanshuang, who was bleeding, helped him up in distress. Is Zhenger being too careless? Qin Shangsheng also quickly took out one. Healing elixirs that I can't bear to take. Put it into Lu Zhengsheng's mouth. Mr. Lu, please don't be careless just because of 10 years of friendship. Deputy Pavilion Master Chen is watching. Everyone, you say something to me. Everyone regarded Lu Zheng's defeat as an accident, but Chen Zhengdao frowned slightly. Obviously, Liu King said it first. Witnessing with my own eyes the 9th grade spiritual roots from the 4th level of Qi training. A successful breakthrough to the 7th level of Qi training. Why did he get raped by a warrior with a 6th level of Qi training? Easily defeated. He couldn't help but stare at Lucian. Re-evaluate. You are really a 9th grade spiritual root. If you deceive me, do you know what the crime is? Everyone in the Zhang family was shocked. This worship actually shakes the authenticity of Lucian's identity. Lucian's pupils shrank. Stand up quickly, Deputy Pavilion Master Chen. I swear to God, never deceived. The 9th grade spiritual root was indeed detected that day. I just underestimated the enemy. I'm willing to fight again. Chen Zhengdao nodded slightly. Look at me again. What do you think? Can't beat me. I suppressed my realm just now. Use less than half of your strength. Even Lu Zheng can't defeat him. It's not some 9th grade spiritual root. Lu Zheng was furious. like an angry lion. What kind of skill is Lin's sneak attack? Kneel down for me. He scored again, coming like a hungry tiger. Want to win me too much? But every time I take action, there are flaws in everything. I saw the right moment. Avoid by understatement. One sword and one kick hit him in the chest. Lu Zheng flew away again. This time there was blood in the mouth. Suffered internal injuries. Lost twice. Everyone in the Zhang family was completely speechless. More and more tribesmen are seeing something fishy. Started to question the authenticity of the 9th grade spiritual roots. Chenjing Dao also snorted softly. This is the 9th grade spiritual root. He casually took out a small, mini bronze ruler. Throw it in front of Lu Zheng. Check again. Lu Zheng grasped the bronze ruler. Hans stared at everyone angrily. Zhang Jiangye originally wanted to take the Zhang family with him. It's a pity that you doubt me. Mr. Lu, I believe you. Lu Zheng patted him on the shoulder. He holds a bronze ruler with 5 fingers. Volatility rises from the bottom. 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade. It will slow down after reaching the 3rd level. Climbing up like a snail. 3rd grade inferior. 3rd grade media. Finally, when we were only a hair away from the 3rd grade superior. Can't climb anymore. Dead silence. Lu Zheng, who has 9th grade spiritual roots, is tested again. The results turned out to be 3rd grade media. Lu Zheng himself was stunned. How is it possible? I clearly detected the 9th grade spiritual roots. There must be something wrong with the bronze ruler. Zhang Luoxi finally couldn't help but stand up. Hold the bronze ruler. Volatility keeps rising. Breaking through the 3rd grade mark all the way. Reach the 6th level spiritual roots in the azure blue area. Luoxi looks at Lu Zheng, relieved. It seems that the bronze ruler is fine. The problem is your test results. The whole audience was shocked. What the hell? He is not a 9th grade spirit at all. He is not a 9th grade spiritual root at all. He made me fawn over him for several days. So disgusting. You figured it out. Someone volunteered. Let him waste it in vain. That's just losing your body. Are you as miserable as the Qin family leader? All the 300,000 yuan gift has been received. It's even split. Shut up. My Jiner is definitely not a 3rd grade middle class person. Is your mother still lucky? He should have noticed it the first time he competed with Lin Chen. 3 days. 9th grade spiritual root plus Qin Changsheng's support from the weapons refining industry. Even worse than Lin Chen. At that time, I doubted his spiritual roots. He speaks briskly. The heart that has been suppressed for a long time is finally freed. He is the #1 genius in Guizhou City. 6th grade spiritual roots are still the strongest. Lu Zheng was in a slightly better mood. Also the best. That's Zhang Ruoxi, who has a 6th grade spiritual root. Only 3 levels short. Not too bad. Unexpectedly, Chen Zhengdao, who was ashen-faced, had no expression on his face. Put away the bronze ruler. Say something that makes Lu Zheng's world shatter. Who said there are no 9th grade spiritual roots in Guizhou City? It's just not you. Lu Zhengsheng's eyes widened. That heart that feels a little better. Suffering another ruthless blow. Qi and blood rolling in the body. A large mouthful of blood mist was sprayed out on the spot. Fell limp to the ground. Twitching constantly. Also hit hard was Zhang Luoxi. He gritted his silver teeth slightly. There are 9 spiritual roots in Guizhou City. Could it be that there is something wrong with the detection tower? Although, I don't know. Why did the detection tower treat a 3rd grade mediocre person? Detection of 9th grade results. But Guizhou City tested the score of 9th grade. But Guizhou City does have a real 9th grade spiritual root. Daughter of Qingyun sect master. Saw it not long ago. Feeling sorry for myself. He frowned. Liu King first said that he would leave the Qingyun order to the other party, but the other party didn't take the initiative to show it. How can he identify? We have to call Liu King back first to help search. Zhang Luoxi clenched her fists. I also want to know, who is this ninth grade spiritual root? Zhang Luoxi showed surprise. Wrong 8 levels of spiritual roots are thousands of miles apart. Isn't his 6th grade even more disparate? Think of this. On the contrary, he accepted it a little bit. I can't help but fantasize about the grace of that 9th grade genius. He murmured that he must be a dragon among men. At the end, he caught a glimpse of me holding my chin in my hand, standing there in deep thoughts. It feels dazzling. Today I am in the limelight. The state of the 6th level of Qi training is impressive. But the more I am like this, doesn't it mean that he was wrong in the first place? Won the 9th grade spiritual root in the early morning. Are you very proud? Zhang Ruoxi said with a cold face. Lu Zheng has not been practicing at all these years. Unstable foundation. I'm not very good at swordsmanship either. Even if you win, he won't come back to his senses. I was just thinking. Who was the 9th grade spiritual root mentioned by Chen Zhengdao? The daughter of Qingyun sect leader feels inferior to herself. It can be seen that the other party is extremely good. I don't know how different my transparent spiritual roots are from the other person's. Hearing this, I just glanced at Zhang Ruoxi. Don't take it seriously. Turning around and smiling at Zhang Rexu, she wrote, surprise or not? Zhang Rexu looked at me. There is light in the eyes, nodding repeatedly. What a surprise! Look at me with light in my eyes, nodding repeatedly. What a surprise! Xiaofan, you are so awesome. I treat Zhang Luoxi like air. I only care about Zhang Rexu's attitude. It made her feel inexplicably uncomfortable. I feel like him being compared to my sister. At this time, Chen Jingdao stood up and left. I don't want to take everyone from the Zhang family to see me off. Then he jumped on the flying eagle and soared into the sky. Zhang Zhengya went limp. Lean back on the chair and take a deep breath. Fortunately, Deputy Pavilion Master Chen is kind-hearted. There was no investigation into the matter of pretending to be a 9th grade spiritual root. Otherwise, we'll be in big trouble. But things didn't end there. A roar filled with rage exploded out of thin air. Lu Zheng and everyone looked at the sound. Then he saw Qin Chengsheng, whose facial features were distorted with anger. You wasted. The one who suffered the most heavy losses this time was not Lu Zheng. At most, he would be beaten back to his original form. I also enjoyed the 9th grade spiritual roots for several days. Supreme treatment. But Qin Chengsheng is different. Just 10 bottles of qi refining liquid at the beginning. I just came to congratulate you. But a sky-high gift of 300,000 silver. He was also distracted by Lu Zhen's pretentious boldness. I won't go back even if I want to. Lu Zhen's face changed drastically. Please calm down the owner. I'll find a way to return it to you. Give it back to you. What to give in return? What can you, the Zhang family, give you in return? Qin Chengsheng's eyes turned red. I wish I could strangle Lu Zheng to death. Looking at Qin Chengsheng, who completely turned his face. Only then did Lu Zheng realize. No 9th grade spiritual roots. In the eyes of the Qin family, he is nothing. I was so frightened that I didn't dare to say a word, hiding behind Liu Yingshuang. Get the money together within 3 days. Pay it back to me. Otherwise, don't blame me for being merciless. He burst out with a layer of foundation buildings. You pay me back. Otherwise, don't blame me for being merciless. He burst out with powerful cultivation at the first level of foundation building. The shocked Zhang family members were in panic, waiting for him to leave. Zhang Zhengya glared at Lu Zheng angrily. You scourge! Get out of here! There is no wide-eyed wolf like you in the Zhang family. Zhang, if you want to get up to speed, drive me away too. Then you want the Zhang family to bear this debt? 300,000 taels of silver. The whole clan followed and drank the northwest wind. Liu Yingshuang and Z. But I still want to protect my nephew. You can't blame Jenner for this. It's all Ling Chen's fault. If he hadn't caused bad luck next door, how could Jenner mistakenly think that she has a ninth grade spiritual root? Zhang Jiangye couldn't help but say something fair. Liu Zheng asked for this matter. He will pay this debt himself. Liu Ying saw that it was useless to act with both eyes. Pour all your grievances on me. Why didn't you let Liu Zheng just now? If you let him, there won't be so many things to do. Zhang Rexu was also angry. And what you said is too much. It was obviously Liu Zheng who was chasing and bullying Xiao Fan. Now you're blaming him for rebelling, right? You haven't even figured out your horoscope yet. Lin Chen, hand over the betrothal gift within 3 days. If I'm not satisfied, don't even think about this marriage. Zhang Rexu's face turned pale. I held her hand. Stop her. Another pen. You're welcome to write if the betrothal gift satisfies you. Shut your mouth from now on. I have tolerated Liu Yingshuang for a long time. Just indulge Liu Zheng again and again. He also repeatedly bullied Zhang Rexu. This time, just let her indulge Liu Zheng again and again. He also repeatedly bullied Zhang Rexu. This time, let him. You will never have the opportunity to dictate our marriage again. Liu Yingshuang's angry eyes were ferocious. You have the guts. If only you could really give me a satisfactory betrothal gift. I will never ask about your affairs again. But you remember, it's a betrothal gift that satisfies me. Then just wait and shut up. Liu Yingshuang ran back to the wing with a gloomy face. Zhang Jiangye couldn't help but look at him with admiration. It's fair to say that you have some backbone. Kid, look at me defending Zhang Rexu so domineeringly. As a father, he was still happy in his heart. Everyone dispersed. Zhang Rexu followed me back to the house with an anxious look on her face. Worried about Xiao Fan. You shouldn't have agreed. Do you know why my aunt wants a satisfactory betrothal gift? Is the deadline exactly 3 days? I opened my mouth and smiled. You all know that. How come I don't know? Doesn't he just want to make a lot of money? Wipe baby nephew's ass. As long as the betrothal gift exceeds 300,000 taels. Even if he no longer wants to agree, for the sake of Liu Zheng, he would pinch his nose to recognize him. Zhang Rexu angrily punched my chest. You know it, but you still dare to agree. That's 300,000 taels. Where did you get it? I shrugged. Whisper. The money in the bank may not be as much as mine. I promised to marry her with all my glory. So even if Liu Yingshuang didn't ask for high-priced betrothal gifts, I'm also prepared to come up with a generous betrothal gift. Night falls. Wait until Zhang Rexu returns. I started practicing. Practicing qi has gained daily experience. Familiar roads. At dawn, there are 40 bottles of top-grade, 20 bottles of top-grade qi training liquid in front of him. The best efficiency is better than familiar methods. At dawn, there are 40 bottles of top-grade, 20 bottles of top-grade qi training liquid in front of him. The efficiency of the best is even higher than yesterday. Don't sell high-quality products to the Chen family. Another 400,000 taels, plus the previous 500,000. That's a huge sum of 900,000 taels. Getting ready to go out. Zhang Rexu is all smiles. Dao Xiaofan and Chen Silin invited me to be a guest in his house. And let me take you with me. He and I are best friends. I want to ask him for help with the betrothal gift this time. He paused. Seriously, I'll meet him soon. You must behave well. He may be our only hope. Behave well. Do you mean practicing with a few more bottles of high-quality qi training liquids? I smiled and touched my nose. Follow him and rush to Chen's house, feeling the heavy qi training liquid in my arms. You can't treat guests like this, right? It's better to sell the qi training liquid first. When we are almost at the door of Chen's house, My way is like snow. You wait for me here. I'll buy some snacks. Go back later. Jang Ruksu was startled. I remember it was my first time to go to Chen Mansion. You should bring gifts to your door. Or are you thoughtful? Go back quickly. Chen Silin is very busy. I nodded and got into the crowd. Will has not paying attention. Changed his outfit. Arrive at the gate of Chen's house. The shopkeeper of Zhenbao Pavilion was waiting for Zhang Ruksu to see me. Surprise Road Senior. Why are you here so early? Last night till now. There are countless people urging the Chen family to sell high-grade refined weapons. Many people even doubled the price. Seniors, please come in. I'll take you to see the lady. Chen's backyard. Chen Silin is dancing with his sword in the courtyard to recover. Think about it all night. He still can't make up his mind. Senior lady is here to deliver the refining liquid. Chen Silin was shocked. Turn around and see. Turning around, I saw the mysterious soul master who was wrapped tightly. Feeling happy. He keeps his promises very much. Immediately became upset again. Quietly pinched the crystal of Deliria in his sleeve. He put down his sword. Run over quickly. Pretty face blushes after exercise. Sweat beads rolled down the smooth chin. The sweaty dancing robe clings to the body. I couldn't help but take another look. Just quickly look away. Place 40 bottles of high-grade refining liquids on. It's all on the table here. Chen Silin was a little nervous because he has been paying attention to my eyes. Even though I just took one more look, still caught by him. He hurriedly inspected the metallurgy industry. Confirmed. Take out the banknote and 50 materials on the spot. The seniors are all here. His teeth gnashed slightly. Deliberately keep a distance and hand it over. I was surprised. What's wrong with him? Will I eat him? Okay. Come back tomorrow. Keep the good stuff. Turn round to left. Senior, wait a minute. Chen Silin called me. Have a sip of tea before leaving. The junior carefully brewed a bowl of spiritual tea. The maid brings green tea. The tea is fragrant. It is the top spiritual tea that can improve your cultivation level. Priceless, but marketless. My index finger moves. Then he sat down and took a sip, while bowing my head. Chen Silin quietly removed the thin pieces of transparent crystal, embedded in eyes. Breaking hope crystals. He took a deep breath. Turn around and look at me. Secretly looking forward to it. It would be nice if you weren't too old. At least I feel better. When the delusion-breaking crystal slowly penetrates the thick robe. When my true face is revealed. Chen Xiling was stunned. An overly young face comes into view. Not bigger than myself. His eyes are not much bigger than his own. Pretty features. Handsome looking. There is a kind of dusty temperament. What kind of lecherous old man is this? He is clearly a peerless genius. And he is a big shot at the level of a second-grade soul master. The soul master with a transcendent status in the entire Qingyun sect. It's only the second grade. What's wrong with you? I noticed his strange look. Chen Xiling panicked. Nothing. I vaguely feel something is wrong. Put down the tea. I have something else to do. Let's go first. Looking at my leaving figure. Chen Silin couldn't take his eyes back for a long time. The shopkeeper whispered, "Miss, did you see clearly?" Chen Silin nodded with a complicated expression. The shopkeeper's voice became even softer. "Then you." Chen Silin bit her red lips slightly. His face gradually turned red. "If you must sacrifice for your family, I can consider. This is a report from a servant, Miss Zhang Ruksu." "Miss Zhang is here." Chen Xiling quickly packed up and went to greet her. I saw Zhang Ruksu wearing green clothes, graceful and graceful. My eyes can't help but light up. Step forward and hug her waist. He pinched her chin and teased her. "Miss, long time no see." more and more beautiful. Jung Ruksu blushed and said angrily, "Are you ashamed?" Chen Xiling let her go. "Cover your mouth and laugh." The two have been together for a long time, know each other's temperament. Jung Ruksu looked at her. "I'm in a good mood. Something good must have happened." Chen Xiling took him to the backyard. "Let's talk about what happened in the past 2 days." After listening to this, Jung Ruksu's expression was complicated. "Xiling, you've really made up your mind, even if the other person is very young." "Made up my mind, even if the other person is very young." "But he hinted at you like this. It's obvious that has a lecher. Got your body. Not necessarily responsible." Chen Xiling thought about it. As children of a big family, there is no freedom. Even if I don't take the initiative to sacrifice, sooner or later, you will be married to someone you don't like. As a marriage tool, commit yourself to a second-grade soul master. What's the difference? Jung Ruksu remembered that she was also forced to marry as a substitute. The difference is, she married me, a very reliable man. He held Chen Xiling's hand sympathetically. "If this happens, it will be difficult for you to get married in the future." Wen Xilin sighed. "If he asks me to do it, I will be responsible from now on." I followed him wholeheartedly. "It doesn't matter if you abandon me. The worst-case scenario is that you will never marry again. As long as he fulfills his promise, it's enough to train soul master apprentices for the Chen family." Jung Ruksu looked distressed. "Don't want to continue on this issue." Chen Xiling changed the topic. "By the way, where's your fiancé? Didn't I ask you to bring him with you?" Jung Ruksu apologized. He said it was his first time visiting. "Bring some gifts. Just went shopping. But I haven't been back for a long time. The time to make an appointment with you is coming soon. I came first." Chen Xiling was already dissatisfied with my prejudice and said, "Be punctual. Not many people." A servant comes to report the lady. A man named Lin Chen claims to be Ms. Jiang's fiancé. Chen Xiling said angrily, "Let him wait outside." Jung Ruksu hurriedly said to Xiling, "Don't do this. Little mortal is very good." Chen Xiling became angrier and more angry. "Such a little mortal is very good." Chen Xiling became more and more angry and refused to fight. A serious education is like snow. How can life's major events be trivial? Your aunt treats you badly. You should find a rich man to marry. Keep happiness. Why is my brain flooded? Marry a mute. Jung Ruksu was slapped with a scolding. I had no choice but to briefly talk about my sister's marriage proposal. Chen Xiling understood it as soon as he heard it. "You are stupid. Your father, aunt, and sister, they are all colluding double acts. Your aunt, I definitely want to keep you next to a mute. Ruin your life." She clenched her fists. "I can't watch you fall into the fire pit." The matter of the 300,000 betrothal gift. Nothing I said would help her. At this time, the servant came to report the lady. "Mr. Lin is here." Chen Xiling has sharp eyes. Came just in time. I want him to quit before he gets into trouble. Jung Ruksu was anxious and sighing. "Please don't hurt his pride." Chen Xiling nodded and reassured. "I won't insult him. I just want to confide in him. Let's talk about your future." Steady footsteps came. I followed the maid to the backyard, but was stopped. Only women are allowed in the backyard. "Sir, please wait here." I'm speechless. Didn't I come in just now? Does Chen Xiling have a prejudice against me? Sure enough, his aggressive voice came. "You are Lin Chen, Yuren's fiancé. I am a good friend of Yuren. I want to ask you some questions. Please answer truthfully. First, you marry Ruksu. I really like him. Still want to rely on him to make a living?" I threw a note. Then there were a few more pictures that flew by. "Rely on him to make a living." I threw a note. Then there were a few more pictures that flew by. Brand new banknote. Chen Silin was stunned. The 5 banknotes on the floor are all in denominations of 10,000, a full 50,000 taels. Zhang Ruxu was also surprised. Xiaofan, where did you get so much money? I threw another note. Miss Chen can ask the second question. Chen Silin was a little dazed. A person who has been under someone else's roof for 10 years. Where did you get so much money? He was slightly confused. Asked again, even if you have some savings. But can you protect Ruxu? The world outside is full of the weak and the strong. Are you sure you can protect her? There's no movement over there. Chen Silin mistakenly thought that he was talking about a sore point. If you really like him, you can plausibly say, just let it go. You can't protect him. The words have not yet fallen. The wall separating the two sides suddenly clicked. A huge gap was punched through the middle. Chen Silin immediately sensed my realm. Surprised. 7 levels of qi training. Such a state, such age. Place it in Guizhou City. He can be considered a top-notch expert. He blinked hard. Confirm with Zhang Ruxu. Doesn't it mean that he has no spiritual roots? Zhang Ruxu smiled bitterly. Maybe he has been practicing silently for a long time. I threw the note provocatively. Do you have anything else to ask? Chen Silin gritted his teeth slightly. So what if you have some cultivation? What can you give Ruxu? She can get endless resources by marrying a wealthy family. Various exercises. Do you have these? There was silence for a long time. There was a faint sound of tearing things apart. Chen Silin thought he made me mad. Can't help but feel guilty secretly. Slow down the tone. Lin Chen, I didn't mean to target you. It's just that Ruxu's life is too hard. I hope you let it go. Lin Chen, I didn't mean to target you. It's just that Ruxu's life is too hard. I hope you let her go. Marry the right person. If you are willing to give up the engagement, I am willing to provide you with some high-grade refining liquids as compensation. But there was a small baggage thrown over there. Commander Chen asked the maid to pick it up. Open it in front of Zhang Ruxu. 5 bottles of high-quality refining liquid suddenly came into view. Top-grade refining liquids. Where did you come from? Commander Chen was shocked. The top-grade refining liquid is exclusively sold by the Chen family. Limited 1 bottle per person. It is impossible for anyone to buy 5 bottles at the same time. This guy, it's quite a bit of money. He admitted that he underestimated my financial resources. But then I discovered that underneath the baggage, there is also an unknown book with a torn cover. He picked it up in surprise and turned to the first page. He stood up from the chair in a hurry, pretty eyes full of shock. Huangji Advanced Mental Method, the largest wealthy family in Guizhou City. The best technique that can be practiced is no more than Huangji. But I gave Zhang Ruxu a copy of the Emperor's Advanced Mental Technique. This is a top resource that no wealthy family can provide. I threw the note over again. Is there anything else you want to ask? Chen Siling, who is determined to persuade me to quit. Instead, I was taught a hard lesson. As an eldest lady, when had she ever been so angry? She gritted her silver teeth slightly. Pick up the sword. Come here. I'd like to see it. In front of me. Can you still be proud? Zhang Ruxu pulled his sleeves dumbfounded. Siling, forget it. Let's talk a few words. Why did you do it? Don't stop me. I have to teach him a lesson today. In his glaring eyes, a tall figure in green clothes slowly crossed the moon gate. My face caught his eyes. Just one glance. Chen Silin stood frozen on the spot, like 5 thunderbolts struck his head.